Is it Theodos? Is that how you pronounce his name? All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Baseball. I'm Jared Sleppy, and tonight, Sabre Dogs are in Game 3 of their 4-game set against the Pierre Trappers. Last night, the Sabre Dogs were able to clinch the second playoff spot in the Lewis Division, and they are just going up, trying to rack up the score here, trying to get as many wins as they can to end the season with a little bit of bragging rights, as they have now won 4 games in a row, including 2 against Hub City, and now 2 against the Pierre Trappers. Well, last night it was a 7-0 win for the Sabre Dogs, in which Nathaniel Bresler Mendoza came out with his best stuff of the season. Went 7 scoreless innings, got 7 Ks, and allowed just 2 hits, and that helped them win their 4th game in a row. Also last night, both of the divisions got their final spot settled, with the Sabre Dogs and the Fremont Moo both in the playoffs. The Moo has been quite the surprise this season, with being their first season, and they've really done a good job of adding some key pieces after the second half. So tonight, it will be the Henley tandem, Henley to Henley on the pitcher's mound to behind the plate. It'll be Braden Henley's first start of the season. Henley is one of the newest additions to the Sabre Dogs pitching staff and has had a couple nice outings in a row. He'll try to continue that here in his first start as a Sabre Dog. As for his brother Justin, he's making his 31st starts behind the plate for the Sabre Dogs. We'll go ahead and have the standings as well as the starting rosters coming up in just a little bit. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall, so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Back here in Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota, let's go ahead and break down the standings in the Expedition League in the second half, starting with the Clark Division. Leading and getting the #1 seed in the Clark Division is the Western Nebraska Pioneers. They have a 24-7 record, 45-15 overall. And they were able to knock off the Badlands Big Sticks and snap their 11-game winning streak. Fremont Moo are in second. They have now won 2 games in a row. They are 4 back of the Pioneers at 20-11, 31-29 overall. Castle Horseheads were eliminated from contention last night. They are 3.5 games back of the Fremont Moo and 7.5 back of the Western Nebraska Pioneers at 16-14, as they have lost now 4 games in a row. They are now 30-31. As for the Hastings Sodbusters, they are now 14-16 after winning last night against the Horseheads. They're now 27-35 overall, 14-16 second half, and they've won 4 games in a row. And they are 9.5 back of the Pioneers. As for the Spearfish Sasquatch, they are now 10-20 in the second half, 28-31 overall. They've won 2 straight, and they are 13.5 back of the Pioneers and 9.5 back of the Fremont Moo. As for the Lewis Division, it is the Badlands Big Sticks, who have been running circles around everyone in the Lewis Division. They are 20-9 in the second half, 43-18 overall. Despite losing last night, they are 2 games up on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, who are 20-12 in the second half, 36-26 overall, and mentioned earlier, 4-game win streak they got going on right now. As for the Pierre Trappers, they have now lost 3 games in a row. They are at 17-14 in the second half, 31-30 overall. They're 4.5 games back of the Big Sticks and 2.5 back of the Sabre Dogs. And as for the Hub City Hotshots, they are 9-22 in the second half, 22-37 overall. They have lost 6 straight, and they are 12 games back of the Big Sticks and 10 back of the Sabre Dogs. And the Weed City Whiskey Jacks are 4-29 in the second half, 10-52 overall. They have lost 2 straight, and they are 18 games back of the Big Sticks and 16 back of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. First pitch coming up in about 10 minutes. Let's get to the starting lineups, and boy, are they interesting for both teams. Starting off with the Pierre Trappers. Leading off and playing shortstop is Michael Herrera. Batting second and playing center field is Ken Scott, and batting third and playing third is Zane Phelps. Batting cleanup and playing right field is Nico Piazza. Batting fifth and playing second is Bill Moreland, and batting sixth and playing first is Alex Gonzalez. Batting seventh and catching is Johnny Pacheco. Batting eighth and DHing is Seth Brewer, and batting ninth and playing left field is Joseph Brazil. On the mound is Peter Theodos. As for your Sabre Dogs, leading off and playing second base is Philip Childs. Batting second and playing third is Jace Edwards, and batting third and playing center field is Cruz Taylor. Batting cleanup and playing first is Sam Powers. Batting fifth and playing short is Josh Pano, and batting sixth and playing left field is Wilson Rubion. Batting seventh and playing right field, Drew Pollum. Batting eighth and catching is Justin Henley, and batting ninth. And the designated hitter is Dylan Roach, making his Sabre Dogs debut. And on the mound will be Braden Henley, making his first start of the season. So we'll be back with a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back with the national anthem and then first pitch. You're listening to 1390 KRRZ. As implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit chemidental.com to learn more. Chemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight history be? And the rockets might bring the most bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hell of the
That was Desi singing the national anthem for us here tonight. First pitch coming up in a few minutes. So the starting pitcher for the Sabre Dogs is Braden Henley, getting his first start of the season as we take a look at his stats so far on the year. Doesn't have any decisions. He has an ERA of 7 as he has given up 7 earned runs in a span of 9 innings. Pitching in his 6th game, has 4 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 9 hits allowed for a 167 whip and 4 strikeouts per 9 innings. The Sabre Dogs, as of right now, are 2-0 in the month of August, 21-9 at home, and 3-1 against the Trappers. They are 28-12 against the Lewis Division, 36-26 overall, and 20-12 in the second half. And their 28-12 record against Lewis Division opponents is actually what splits the tiebreaker between these two teams if this series does split 2-2. As originally it would start as head-to-head. Well, the first time these two teams matched, they split in a 2-game series, and then here, if they were to go 2-2, that would put them in 3-3 against each other, and then, of course, Sabre Dogs, the 28-12 record against Lewis Division opponents, will put them over the top. They are 16-7 against Lewis Division opponents at home, as they have just dominated the division against everyone except for the Big Sticks, who are the 1-5 against, and that represents for a pretty significant percentage of their losses. And you take away the record against the Big Sticks, and that would put them at 27-7 against other Lewis Division opponents. Finished 14-2 against the Whiskey Jacks. They were a total of 10-4 against the Hub City Hotshots. And as I right now mentioned, they are 3-1 against the Trappers and 1-5 against the Badlands Big Sticks. Let's take a look at the fielding order for the Sabre Dogs. From left to right in the infield, it will be Jace Edwards, Josh Payno, Philip Childs, and Sam Powers. From left to right in the outfield, it will be Wilson Rubion, Cruz Taylor, and Drew Pollum. Behind the plate will be Justin Henley, and on the mound will be Braden Henley. And yes, you did hear that right. Philip Childs will not be in left field tonight. First time in a long time. And he will be playing second base. Wilson Rubion playing left. So it should make for an interesting scenario for the Sabre Dogs, including, mentioned, Drew Pollum is in right, as he has been catching for pretty much all season long. And Justin Henley went ahead and played first base last night, did a pretty solid job, as he was replaced from catching duties by Drew Pollum, who caught last night. So leadoff man is Michael Herrera. As of right now, the best hitter on the team at .319. However, he has struggled against the Sabre Dogs. 3 for 16 total in the 4 games he has started, and 0 for 9 in this series. And, well, who hasn't struggled for the Trappers in this series? As of right now, they're batting 6 for 60 in the first 2 games for a batting average of just 100. So Herrera digs in. Henley on the bump. First pitch is underway, and we are ready to go. As that one popped up in the air, and making a nice leaping catch is Philip Childs. Oh my goodness! Looks like he'll integrate to the second base position just fine. 7:07 first pitch time, and the game time temperature is 83 degrees, says PA announcer Scott Kopaz. And that will bring up Ken Scott. From Minnesota State, Mankato, first pitch, that one in there for strike one. Scott on the year, batting .269, 28 hits, 24 runs, 18 RBI, and 14 stolen bases, which leads the team. 0-1 pitch. Now when it's hit well to the shortstop, Josh Pano will field it off a one hop, throw to first in time, 3 pitches, 2 outs. And that will bring up Zane Phelps. Batting .305 on the year with 50 RBI, 68 hits, and 50 runs with 11 home runs. Top 5 in the league in that category. Well, so far in the overall series, the Trappers are batting just .194, and as mentioned, mainly because they're struggling so much in this series. First pitch, that one in there for strike one. 25 hits and 129 at-bats with 42 strikeouts. They were struck out 17 times in the series opener on Thursday night. 11 times by Carson Tonini, 0-1 pitch. And that one in there for strike two. That will get Braden Henley just 1 strike away from ending this inning. Hasn't pitched the ball yet. 0-2 pitch, slow grounder right into the glove of Braden Henley, and he will touch the bag himself. And now he touches the bag. He waited a little bit, and a little bit of flair there as Sabre Dogs clinching the playoff spot last night and showing it off with a little bit of unnecessary flair. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Sabre Dogs and Trappers scoreless after the top of the first. El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs coming up to the plate for the first time tonight here in the bottom of the first. Hitting order goes as follows: Childs, Edwards, Taylor, Powers, Pano, Rubion, and Pollum, Henley, and then Dylan Roach making his Sabre Dogs debut. Designated hitter tonight, listed as a utility player for Minot State University. We'll see how he does as he redshirted this last year, coming off a Tommy John surgery. Hopefully he can show out tonight and avoid any further injuries. Beavers are going to need him this upcoming season. Speaking of injuries, Mo McClintock not in the lineup once again tonight as he was hit by a fastball in on the funny bone a couple nights ago, and unsure of his status moving forward, but that was a couple nights ago, didn't play last night, and again, not playing tonight. So we'll see how he does move forward as he is here tonight and right over there with the trainer getting some ice put on that and trying to recover as quickly as possible. The senior from Point University hoping he can get a speedy recovery. So Philip Childs will lead off, and I mentioned he's playing second base tonight. First time he's done that all season. He's been left field for pretty much every single game this year for the Sabre Dogs. In this current series, he's 4 for 10, has the most at-bats, and tied for the most hits. He has 2 runs, an RBI, and a stolen base as well. On the year, among active players, has the highest batting average at .360. That is the 10th best batting average in the league. He's also has the 3rd most steals at 32. So here's the first pitch from Peter Theodos, and that one misses outside for ball 1. Taking a look at Theodos' stats. As of right now, no decisions on the year. Has an ERA of right at 8 as that one fouled down the third base line for strike. This is his 5th game he has pitched in. His 2nd start. He's went for 9 innings, has 9 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 13 hits for a whip of 222. Vitos from Lake Erie College. 1-1 pitch. And that one slips out of his hand there. And get the, of course, the obligatory just about outside. We had a gentleman who called it out first, and then we got it from our music guy, who happens to be also our PA guy, and our producer, Scott Kopass, as that one was outside for a ball. 3-1 pitch coming up. Childs awaits. Getting really dark here. Got some scary-looking clouds looming up above, and that one misses low. That'll be a 5-pitch walk, and Childs will reach safely for the first time tonight. He has now reached safely in 5 of his last 6 leadoff at-bats. And that will bring up Jace Edwards, making his 3rd consecutive spot at the number 2 spot in the lineup. Playing third base tonight. Childs keeping an eye on him. Again, 32 stolen bases, which is the 3rd most in the league. First pitch, there goes Childs. That one misses outside, throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base number 33 for Childs now. We have a full slate of games here in the Expedition League. Western Nebraska at Casper starting at 7:35. Same with the Moo and the Big Sticks. Hastings Sodbusters already lead 5-0 against the Hub City Hotshots. They're top of the 3rd there. And the Spearfish, Sasquatch, and the Wheat City Goosey Jacks about to get underway. There goes Childs to 3rd. The throw is up and outside. No throw down to 3rd, and that will be back-to-back stolen bases. That makes it 2-0. And that one in there for strike 2 as that steal right there puts him at 34 in the year, which he's now tied for 2nd in the league with Nathan Sanders of the Badlands Big Sticks. Check swing. That pitch was in there regardless, and that will make it 2-2. Go-ahead run, 90 feet away to start the game. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out number 1. And that will bring up Cruz Taylor.
Next batter, the center fielder from the University of North Georgia, number 11.
Taylor not his best day yesterday, but he still had a 2 RBI single. The night prior to that, he was 3 for 5 with 3 runs and his 10th home run of the year, which puts him at tied for the 5th most home runs in the league as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. He is in the top categories in a majority of all those categories. He's 3rd in at-bats, 8th in runs, 9th in hits, 3rd in doubles, and 4th in RBI. 1-0 pitch. That one is hit towards right center field. Moving back to his right is Nico Piazza, and he'll make the catch. And that should be deep enough for Childs to score as the throw is cut off by the first baseman, Gonzalez. And the Sabre Dogs are on the board first. Sacrifice fly by Cruz Taylor. And that will bring up the cleanup man, Sam Powers, playing first base tonight. He has been at second base and right field so far this season.
Sam Powers.
Here is the first pitch to him. And that one is upstairs for ball 1. Powers from Montana State Billings University, him and his teammate Matt Houlihan, who departed from the team a while back. 1-0 pitch. In on the hands, pops that one up, a little blooper towards right field, coming in Nico Piazza, and he will make the catch for the final out. So the Sabre Dogs are on the board first. We will head to commercial break and get the top of the 2nd inning coming up. We'll be right back.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sabre River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sabre River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sabre River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Braden Henley coming out for his second inning. He'll take on the heart of the order after retiring the Trappers 1-2-3 back in the top of the first. Went fly out, ground out, and then another ground out. So leading off is Nico Piazza of the Trappers. As of right now, has a batting average of .234. And against the Sabre Dogs in general, just 1 for 15. First pitch, that one misses inside for ball 1. For some reason, the Trappers just have been not very competitive in the series so far. Not quite sure what was going on with Henley there, and kind of fell away awkwardly. I don't know if couldn't tell if he was laughing or what there. And that one is in there for a strike as Piazza takes that one. 1-1 pitch from Braden Henley. And on the hands, jams that one to the third baseman, Phil Childs, and, well, he's going to be safe as Childs unable to ground that. So I think what they're going to do is what the Hot Shots did a few days ago. Phil Childs moves over from second to third. So now at second, I'm trying to see who that is. I think it's Jace Edwards. Yes, it is. They're just going to switch. So they're going to pull the Hub City Hot Shots here. They did it with Joe Guidry a few nights ago. Should be very interesting to see what happens when he pitches and when he catches. I'm very excited to see that if they do decide to go that route. Here comes the first pitch to Bill Moreland. That one popped up and fouled out of play for strike 1. So Moreland on the season, batting .284, 56 hits, 36 runs, and 16 doubles, and 42 RBI. Pretty solid season for Mr. Moreland from University of Northern Colorado. That one's hit well towards center field. But there to make the catch is Cruz Taylor for out number 1. And that will bring up Alex Gonzalez, batting .234 on the year as well. Gonzalez is playing first base tonight. He's also caught for the Trappers. Him and Pacheco have been switching off. Gonzalez from Cal State Bakersfield. Powers holding on the runner at first, and that pitch misses low for ball 1. Piazza over there at first has 5 stolen bases. Keep an eye out on him. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, and that one's in there for a strike on the outside corner. That'll even the count. No hits in this game so far. Trappers trying to change that right here. 1-1 pitch. And that one misses inside by a hair, I guess, as now makes it 2-1. Henley not happy about that call. Pretty good to me. 2-1 pitch, and that one grounded to the second baseman Powers, or excuse me, Edwards rather. They get one at first, and they do not get the runner. Or they do get the runner at second, do not get the runner out at first. Transfer not the best from both Edwards and Pano, so it'll be a fielder's choice. That'll put Gonzalez on at first.
Next batter is the catcher, number 2, Johnny Pacheco.
So that'll bring up Johnny Pacheco. And 239 on the season, 5th highest batting average amongst active Trappers batters. Pacheco wearing number 2 instead of his usual number 18, as that one misses low for ball 1. Pacheco from UC Irvine. The town of Eastvale, California, decided when he was going to pursue playing baseball, he wanted to be an anteater. 1-0 pitch. And now misses upstairs for ball 2. Braden Henley gets a ball he wants. A different ball, trying to get a little bit more grip. It is very humid here in Minot, North Dakota. Not the hottest day, but still humid, making it feel a little bit hotter than it actually is. 2-0 pitch. And that one fouled down the third base line. There's a lot of clouds with a lot of precipitation in those clouds up above our heads. And I don't think that rain's supposed to hit us, but regardless, makes it very humid. Oh, now they say that it might actually rain. 2-1 pitch, as we have a weather warning. Is that one in there for a strike? It is a severe thunderstorm warning in the area. Originally a 20% chance of rain, now upgraded to 40%. Had problems with weather the past 3 days. There goes the runner. That one popped up into right field. Tracking it is Pollum, and he will make the sliding catch. And that will end the inning. Sabre Dogs, the man stranded, will head to the bottom of the second. Second crack at it for the Sabre Dogs offense. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall, so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Coming up for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the second, it will be Josh Pano, Wilson Rubion, and Drew Pollum. Sabre Dogs have been making some defensive adjustments as they're moving some Childs all around the stadium here this evening. See how he does. He has already committed an error over to third base, of course, starting at second, making a fantastic leaping grab. And here the Trappers wouldn't recommend hitting it his way. He's been fantastic defensively all season long out in left field, and he continued to show that with a spectacular leaping catch in shallow right field in the the top of the first. Let's take a look at the scores around the Expedition League. Update you on those. Hastings and Hub City still 5-0 there. Top of the first, no score between Spearfish and Wheat City. Fremont and Badlands about to get underway in about 10 minutes. So is Western Nebraska and Casper. Of course, here Sabre Dogs lead 1-0. Still no hits in this game. And all of a sudden just kind of felt a little bit of a cooler breeze come through. And mentioned that we do have some storm clouds coming this way. The system is, the worst of it's going to be north, but it could stem out and reach us. As of right now, the future tracks saying it could rain at about maybe 8:10 o'clock or 8:10. So that would be in less than an hour, depending on how fast the system moves. First it was going to miss us completely. Now they have changed that. First pitch now to Josh Pano. That will miss outside for ball 1. The sac fly by Cruz Taylor in the bottom of the first that gave the Sabre Dogs their one and only run. That one, a slid grounded foul down the third base line, and Corey Thompson can't make the play over there at the third base line. They get 1-1. Ben Bennett's resuming his first base coach duties after letting the players do it last night. One pitch. That one just a hair outside, and that'll make it 2-1. Payne batting .242 on this season, was 0 for 5 last night. Uncharacteristic evening for freshman from St. Mary's College in California. 2-1 pitch. Now missed outside for ball 3. 31 hits, 31 runs, 25 stolen bases with 23 RBI for Payne. Those 3 triples, which is tied for the 8th most in the league. 3-1 pitch. And that one missed outside for ball 4. And Payne goes over to first. He has also tied for the 7th most steals in the league, despite playing in just 35 games. It's the second walk of the game by Theodos, and that will bring up Wilson Rubion. Wilson's parents in attendance. They're sitting pretty close to me as the first pitch misses outside. No, it's in there for a strike. Throw down to second is in time. Nice throw by Johnny Pacheco. So 1 out, bases are now empty, and Rubion steps up to the plate with an 0-1 count. Rubion in his 40th game has 39 hits, 13 runs, 5 doubles, and 13 RBI with a batting average of .287. Infield playing pretty deep here with an 0-1 count. And that one misses low, and that will leave the count 1-1. Trappers trying their hardest to be savvy with the shifts. And as of right now, has not been working, as that one sliced out of sliced out of play to make 1-2. Cruz Taylor has been just dominating the Trapper shift as they have 3 people to the right side of the second base bag, and he's went opposite field twice on it and gotten hits. Also has a home run, and it's just been overall dominating the series. And that one grounded foul. Stayed on the line for quite a while. That's Cruz Taylor batting 4 for 9 against the Trappers in the series, 444 batting average, and overall in the season, 6 for 17. That is 317, rather 353. It's the most hits for the Sabre Dogs against the Trappers, as well as the most at-bats. 1-2 pitch, that one misses low, and that will even the count 2-2. Sabre Dogs as a collective unit batting .271, have 559 hits with 388 runs, 128 doubles, 14 triples, and 39 home runs, with 181 stolen bases. So that one misses low and outside, and that will make the count full. So 1 out, nobody on. And Rubion and trying to get on right here. Here is the pitch. That one hit towards right field. And that one will be out of here. And that will keep it at 3-2.
Once again, we want to remind you to please keep your eyes on the field at all times for flying backs and balls that may or will leave.
Rubion would love to get the first hit of the game right here. Payoff pitch. Foul back into the screen, and that will keep it at 3-2. This is game number 63 of the season for the Sabre Dogs, and home game number 31. Just one more to go tomorrow night, 5:35. That one is hit towards center field, and that will drop for a base hit in front of Ken Scott, who dives for it, gets past him. Running first, heading for second, and that will be a 1-out double for Wilson Rubion. Double number 6 of the season for Wilson. And that will bring up Drew Pollum. Having a pretty nice series, 3 for 9 with 2 runs. Getting 333, 2 doubles, as well as an RBI. On the year, Pollum batting 186. 18 hits out of 97 at-bats, making his 25th start of the season, and making it in right field. Here's the first pitch to him. Now he's going to step off the back of the mound, check up on Wilson Ruby on at second base. A huge lead over there with nobody in the vicinity from the Trappers. First pitch to Pollum. There goes Ruby on. That one hit in right field, base hit. Rounding third, heading for home. And that will get in the gap in right field, and that will allow Pollum to get to second. And they're going to wave around. He'll head for third. And Drew Pollum is going to have himself a one-out triple. Sabre Dogs now lead 2-0. Triple number 15 of the year for the Sabre Dogs. And as for Pollum, that is his first. So 15 triples for the Sabre Dogs from 11 different batters as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Justin Henley is the new batter. Went 2 for 3 last night with 2 singles and 2 runs, as well as an RBI. And a stolen base. He stole home last night. So that one misses for ball 2. Overall in the season, batting .117, 12 for 103 with 12 runs, and 11 RBI with 2 home runs and 2 stolen bases. 2-0 pitch, and that one in there for a strike, and that makes it 2-1. Pollum over there at third. 2-1 pitch, that one misses low and outside for ball 3. Sabre Dogs with 1 run in each of their first 2 innings right here. 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4, 5-pitch walk. Puts runners on the corners for Dylan Roach. Roach standing at 6 foot. Weighs 160, a right-handed batter, and a sophomore from Minot State University. First pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. This is Roach's first game since his Tommy John surgery. Gracious enough to play it with the Sabre Dogs. Help out the team who is shorthanded here. 1-0 pitch. That one outside for ball 2. Talked with play-by-play commentator from the Big Sticks. He said they haven't really lost as many people as some of the other teams in the league, and definitely not good news for us as we have to play the Big Sticks coming up on August 7th, the divisional round of the 2019 Expedition League playoffs. That will be in Dickinson, North Dakota. 2-0 pitch, and that one in there for a strike. Dylan Roach, designated hitter, listed as a utility player on the Beavers roster. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from the lefty, Peter Theodos. Swing and a miss, and that will leave the count 2-2. Roach has played in just 1 game with the Beavers, in which he went 3 for 4. 2-2 pitch. There goes Henley down to second. They're going to double steal, and they're going to get the run. And Henley will backtrack over to second, and he'll have a nice little smile about it, as that caught stealing right there will allow Drew Pollum to score, and that will be steal number 5 on the year for Drew Pollum. That'll make it 2-2 for Roach. Outside, actually that was 3-2, and that will walk Roach in his first plate appearance as a Sabre Dog. So now 2 down for leadoff man Philip Childs, who walked in his first time up, came around to score after stealing second and third, brought in by a sac fly by Cruz Taylor. First pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 1. Wing picking up here at Corbett Field, going from left to right in the outfield, a crosswind. There goes Roach. 1-0 pitch. That one fouled down the third base line, and Roach will retreat back to first base.
Mercantile in Suites has fast free Wi-Fi.
Shortstop Herrera playing pretty far to the left of his normal position. Trying to, I guess, put a little bit of a shift on. And Childs has been all over the place this season with where he puts his base hits, so I'm not quite sure this is going to really do anything. Like I mentioned, shifts have not been working at all against Sabre Dogs in the series. 1-1 pitch. No throw back over to first by Theodos. 3-0 lead here for the Sabre Dogs. 2 runs here in the bottom of the second. RBI triple from Drew Pollum, and Pollum ended up stealing home. That one's in there for strike 2. Coach has his lead over at first. There goes Roach. 1-2 pitch. That one missed outside. Threw down to second. Not even close. And Roach has his first stolen base as a Sabre Dog. As steal number 3 on the day, Sabre Dogs have been caught stealing twice. Two and two. Now stepping off the back of the mound is Theodos. Rushing back over to second is Roach. Moreland covering the bag for the Trappers. Leaving a big gap in right field if he wants it. 2-2 pitch. Outside ball 3. Fantastic plate appearance so far for Childs. Bresner Mendoza and Terrazas both heading over to the Sabre Dogs bullpen. They have a bag of something there. Not quite sure what that is. If they're going to be snacking on something, because that one misses outside for ball 4. Either way, we know for a fact that they will not be pitching tonight, as they are both part of the starting lineup, or excuse me, the starting rotation. Bresner Mendoza pitching last night, and Terrazas actually came in and hit last night. So that will bring up Jace Edwards. Runners now on first and second. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 1. No, it's in there for a strike. Wow. One fan really didn't like that call, and understandably so. Had a pitch that was way closer to the strike zone. That was called a ball, and that one's thrown into center field. A pickoff move that will allow Roach try to advance to third, and there goes Childs to second, and both runners are going to be safe. I don't really think that was a very good move by Scott, the center fielder, to throw that to third base, as he didn't really have a chance to get out the speedy Dylan Roach. If he would just throw it back to the second baseman, he would have prevented Childs from advancing to second. So now if Jace Edwards gets a base hit here, it could score 2 more runs. A 1 pitch, and that one misses outside. Maybe that was a 0-1 pitch. I'll even count. That one popped up out of play. I'll keep it at 1 and 2. Trapper's still without a hit here. See if they can get one in the top of the third with right here a 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Now goes to the left of the catcher, Johnny Pacheco. He's able to gather it before Roach heads home. Coming up for the Trappers, it will be the 8-9-1 hitters, Seth Brewer, Joseph Brazil, and Michael Herrera. Two-two pitch, and that one is hit at the shortstop. Herrera picks up on one hop, throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning. So the Sabre Dogs strain 2, but they get 2 as they now lead 3-0. We'll head to the top of the third coming up after a quick 60-second break. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. 3-0 lead for the Sabre Dogs on 2 hits, as well as Drew Pollum stealing home. Overall, the Sabre Dogs have just been dominating the series, just 6 hits overall in their first 2 games, and including tonight, as they don't have any hits here this evening either. It's just overall been a rough series for Pierre, and I bet they're pretty much just wanting to get out of here and get the season over with and move on to their collegiate seasons, just knowing they are eliminated from the playoffs. Just trying to get a few extra at-bats here, trying to get their stats up and get them to their coaches. So leading off for the Trappers, it'll be Seth Brewer for the first time tonight, taking on the designated hitter role. He's played left field for the first 2 games. Coming into tonight's game, batting .218, he has 12 hits out of 55 at-bats. 7 runs, he has a single, a double, a triple, and home run, as well as 9 RBI. Overall versus the Sabre Dogs, he is 3 for 14 with 2 runs, and as well as an RBI, and in this current series, he is 0 for 5 with a run. Brewer also takes on the pitcher role as well. He has a record of 1-5 on the mound with a 7.12 ERA, 43 innings pitched. He has started 8 games for the Trappers. From Northern State University. First pitch, swing on, broken bat, and that one fouled into near the Trappers' dugout for strike 1, and it'll get a new piece of lumber. That'll give us an opportunity to talk about the scores around the majors for just a little bit. As of right now, the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves going at it. They're in the top of the 5th. Braves lead at home 1-0. Red Sox and Yankees playing another series against each other. Red Sox lead 4-3 at Yankee Stadium in the bottom of the 4th. Marlins and Rays tied 6-6 in the top of the 8th after the Marlins won yesterday, so we're going to miss strike 2. Phillies are leading the White Sox 2-1 in the middle of the 5th there. Pirates beating the Mets 2-1 at the top of the 5th. O's leading the Blue Jays 4-2 in the top of the 6th. We're on first one out for the Blue Jays as that one misses up and away for ball 1. Astros currently up 4-0 on the Mariners at home in the bottom of the 5th. Indians up 2-0 on the Angels in the bottom of the 5th as well. Royals and Twins about to get underway. Have quite gotten that game underway. Is that one in there for strike 3? A nice pitch from Henley to get the first out of the inning. Tigers lead the Rangers 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Nationals and Diamondbacks tied 2-2 in the middle of the 2nd. Giants lead 4-0 over the Rockies in the top of the 2nd. There have been 2 games that have finalized as the Yankees and the Red Sox in doubleheader. The Yankees won game 1 9-2, and the Brewers beat the Cubs 4-1 in the day game at Wrigley. As that one fouled out of play, strike 1 on a laser down the first base line. 2 games have not gotten underway. The Cardinals and the A's starting at 8:07, and then the Padres and Dodgers starting at 8:10. A 1 pitch now from Henley in there for strike 2 to Joseph Brazil. Last night was over 2 with a strikeout. First game at the plate for the Trappers. 0-2 pitch, that one misses upstairs, and that will make it 1-2. That one misses up and in, and that will leave the count. Henley not wasting any time here. Right-handed pitcher from Manual College, pitching to his brother here tonight. 2-2 pitch, swung on, a lazy grounder to the shortstop Pano. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. Philip Childs still playing third base for the Sabre Dogs. They're not quite going the route that the Hot Shots did and had him move every single inning, but he started at second base and moved over to third. And that will bring up Michael Herrera, 0 for 1 with a flyout to Philip Childs at second base. First pitch, that one in there for strike 1. And now they're saying that this system is going a little bit further south than they first expected, so we might get hit pretty good here. And they're projecting the showers to start at 8 o'clock and end at around 9. As that one misses, and that will even count 1-1. So stay tuned. We might have a delay. We will keep you updated as soon as we get an update if there is a delay. 1-1 pitch. That one swung on, grounded to, again, Josh Pano. Fielded it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. First 1-2-3 inning. Actually, the second of the game since the first inning. Got one. That will head us to the bottom of the third. Sabre Dogs lead 3-0. We'll be right back. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
iHeartRadio.
910 AM KCJB is Minot's heritage AM full-service information station, supported by the classic country favorites. KCJB listeners are ranchers and farmers and business owners. From egg reports and markets to compelling information, we are 910 AM KCJB, home of the Minnesota Twins, Minot State, and Minot High Sports. We are 910 AM KCJB, Minot's news and information station.
2-1 victory for the Iceland team.
3-0 Sabre Dogs lead. It will be the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. It will be Cruz Taylor, Sam Powers, and Josh Pano. Theodos back on the mound for the Trappers as they are trying to avoid losing the series right here tonight after losing the first 2 games on Thursday and Friday. Taylor had a sac fly to right field his first time up. He'll come up to the plate, trying to get a hit as the Trappers actually go with, I guess, maybe a little bit of a shift as the first pitch misses low and away. They have the shortstop to the left of the second base bag, and they have the second baseman, Moreland. He's playing further right than he normally does and playing deeper than he normally does. And the first baseman, Gonzalez, hugging the first base line. 1-0 pitch. That one crushed but fouled down the right field line. And that one leaves the park. That makes it 1-1. Cruz Taylor with 10 home runs on the year, 5th most in the league. One pitch, that one misses inside, and that will make it 2-1. Reminder that tomorrow night will be the season finale of Sabre Dogs baseball in the regular season. 5:35 first pitch, and 5:15 we'll go on air as that one misses outside and low. And that will make it 3-1. Here's the pitch from Theodos. Now misses in the dirt for ball 4. 5-pitch walk for Cruz Taylor, still without an at-bat here tonight. And that will bring up Sam Powers, flat to right field his first time up, and now a quick mound visit from catcher Johnny Pacheco. That'll give us an opportunity to talk about the scores around the Expedition League. Hastings and Hub City in a pretty high-scoring game. It is 7-2 in favor of the Sodbusters in the top of the fourth. Fremont and Badlands just got underway. They're in the bottom of the first, scoreless there, and the Spearfish Sasquatch on the board first against the Weed City Wissy Jacks. They lead 3-0, trying to get that sweep. They won the first two games. Pretty large margins as that one misses up and away for ball one. Spearfish really got off to a great start and ended up in second place in the Clark Division. Then at the second half, he lost a lot of people and also had a lot of injuries. And as a result, that put them last in the standings as that one misses for ball two for Powers. Sabre Dogs have had a lot of injuries and departures of their own, but they have been able to hold their own. 2-0 pitch now. Now misses outside. Tried to get a throw down first and pops out of his hand. A messy transfer. Three-0 pitch. Check swing. That one's in there for a strike, and that'll make it 3-1. Pitch way outside, another 5-pitch walk, and that'll put runners on first and second. Now a mound visit from head coach Tanner Neal. Sabre Dogs trying to take advantage of having runners on first and second, and Josh Pena will come up after walking his first time up. Overall, Sabre Dogs batting pretty well this season at .271, and really trying to solidify their relevance in the Lewis Division. And doing so, they would need to knock off the Badlands Big Sticks on August 7th. If they do that, they would advance to the Championship Series, which will start August 9th, and would advance all the way through the 11th. Sabre Dogs last year were unable to take advantage of the fact that they had 40 wins and 24 losses in the regular season. They fell to the Badlands Big Sticks last season in the first round divisional game here at Corbett Field. See if they can turn things around and get some revenge from last season. Try to avoid same teams playing in the Championship Series in back-to-back seasons.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 14, Josh Engel.
They don't come to the plate. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Theodos staying on the mound. Big gap in between first and second. Have to go opposite field. There's a lightning strike out in left field as that one misses inside for ball one. That was a pretty big one. So rain will probably start hitting in about 5 to 10 minutes or so. 1-0 pitch coming up. That one ripped into left field, and that will be a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is Cruz. No, they're going to hold Taylor at third, and that might have been the best decision as that was hitting to shallow left field. Brazil made the throw in. He was a pitcher, so that will load the bases up for Wilson Rubion. He got a double his first time up and came around and scored. He would love to keep the momentum up right here with his parents in here at the game. Here's the first pitch. That one in there for strike one. Rubion from Paris Junior College, one of two current Sabre Dogs from Paris JUCO. That's a pretty big thunder clap right there. The one pitch, now one hit right at the first baseman, dive back to first, and he got him. As both him and Peno dove back, and Gonzalez beats him, and that will leave the runner on third base. So a fantastic double play, all done by Alex Gonzalez.
Next batter, right fielder, number 21, Drew Holland.
As that will bring up Drew Palm, runners on first and second with 2 outs. Love to get this half inning in before we have any sort of delay here. almost inevitable at this point, that lightning strike and that thunderclap. First pitch to Pollen. That one hit well towards right field. It is hooking, and that will be caught. Piazza as it held for just a little bit too long. And Pollen came up a little bit, to kind of hit the first base a little bit awkwardly there, but looks like he's okay. And that will send us to the top of the fourth as the Trappers strand 2 and get out of a bases loaded, no out situation. Fantastic job by Pierre Theodos. So we'll be right back. Hopefully we'll have some more baseball coming up at the top of the fourth. We'll be right back. El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
And then coming out for the top of the fourth, I just don't have any delay of any sort yet. Ken Scott, Zane Phelps, and Nico Piazza, the 2-3-4 hitters coming up for the Trappers. And we'll see if the Sabre Dogs can't get their first 3 wins of the series here tonight. Off to a good start here as they lead 3-0. 3 hits for the Sabre Dogs, still none for the Trappers. Braden Henley is making his first start of the season, came into tonight's game with a total of 9 innings pitched with 7 earned runs. And Scott ground out to shortstop Josh Pano's first time up, and Childs staying over to third base. I'm not quite sure what the reason was for starting Childs at second, only to have him and Edwards switch. But either way, it ends up being okay. Really thought they were going to go with the have Childs play every single position here tonight. First pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike 1. Didn't really get to talk with head coach Corey Thompson before the game about it. He's talked for a little bit, but didn't mention it, so I would have been really surprised if that was going on and he didn't tell me about it. The 1 pitch. Now swung on, foul down the third base line. Coach Jaro of the Hub City Hotshots came over up and he went out of his way to tell me about it, and I really appreciated that because that made things a lot easier. He actually gave me a chart of who was going to be where for every single inning. That really ended up just being wondrous for me. And everyone in the press box as well. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back at the net, and that'll keep it at 0-2. Also, it helped him out because kind of had to map everything out and make sure that everything was legal.
All's working hard to make great tasting goods and exciting new flavors. Stop by Bear's Got Great Bakehouse and grab a dozen today.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Braden Henley. Foul back over the grandstand into the parking lot, and that will keep it at 0-2.
Hands down hot runs brought to you by First Western Bank and Trust. You'll never strike out when banking with us.
That one hit to the shortstop, Josh Pano. Throw to first in time. No, he dropped it, and Powers dropped the ball, and that will put a runner on first. So that will go down as an E6 with the low throw. There'll be a runner on first with nobody out for Zane Phelps.
Next batter, the third baseman, number 20, Zane Phelps.
They're over to first, not in time by Braden Henley as he will take on Phelps, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. that one misses low for ball 1. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one's hit well towards right field. Backing up is Drew Pollum, and that will be caught. Fantastic play by Pollum. That will be 1 down for Nico Piazza.
Next batter will be right fielder, number 23, Nico Piazza.
Piazza reached via an error his first time up, as the Sabre Dogs have 2 of those tonight. Trappers still looking for their first hit of the evening. First pitch, and that one misses. Throw down to first, and that one actually hits Ken Scott. I think that might have got him in a bad spot. It might have got him in the chest, maybe. Looks like he'll be okay, but definitely going to leave a mark. Throw down there from Justin Henley. Tim Powers didn't quite feel that right. The throw was a little bit low. Henley looks over to first and comes set. He's got fakes taken off. Now a ball hit towards center field. Taylor getting under it, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Now we'll bring up Bill Moreland. Flew out to center field, first time up. Wilson Rubio playing pretty deep over there in left field. One has 1 home run this season. First pitch, that one in there for strike 1. He also has 56 hits, 36 runs and 16 doubles and 42 RBI. Batting average of .284, third highest amongst the active batters from the Trappers roster. 0-1 pitch, that one swung on, fouled back. That'll make it 0-2. Henley just 1 strike away from getting out of this 4th inning here. .0-2 pitch. Now misses up high for ball 1. Henley trying to get Scott to chase, not Scott, but Moreland to chase, does not do so. Scott's over at first, has a big lead. And now time is called while Henley still had the ball, and he holds on to the ball and makes his motion. Once you pitch, there goes the runner. That one misses low. Henley fakes the throw from his knees, and tough time gathering that one. That'll be a stolen base for Scott, his 15th of the year. We're in scoring position now for the Trappers. First time today. Two pitch swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. And that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. There will be Justin Henley, Dylan Roach, and Phil Childs coming up. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience.
Continuing with
Sabre Dogs lead 3-0 going into the 4th inning. It'll be Justin Henley, Dylan Roach, and Philip Childs. The 891 hitters in that portion of the order. So far, it's been all walks. A walk for Henley's first time up. He was caught stealing at second. And that brought home Drew Palm, who stole home. Dylan Roach also walked. He stole second and reached on third via an error. And Philip Childs has 2 walks on the day. The sun peeking its head out and giving us some sunlight here with the clouds coming in. Still no rain as of yet. First pitch, that misses outside for ball 1.
Catcher, number 24, Justin Henley.
And that one in there for a strike, and that'll make it 1-1. Just took a look at the radar. Looks like that clouds will probably pour some rain on us at any minute. 1-1 pitch, swung on and miss for strike 2. Theodos dropped the ball on the mound and happened to go retrieve it. Sabre Dogs are coached by head coach Corey Thompson, as well as assistant coaches Ben Bennett and Brock Bockham. As for the Trappers, they are coached by Tanner Neal and Jake Witt. As that one misses, that will even the count at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Sabre Dogs trying to add to their win total for going to Badlands on August 7th. As that one fouled behind the plate, and that will keep it at 2-2. As right now, Sabre Dogs are 20-12, 36-26 overall. So at the best, Sabre Dogs will fall 2 wins short of last season's record. That one popped up down the first base line in foul territory. That will be caught by first baseman Alex Gonzalez for out number 1. So that'll bring up Dylan Roach. Walked his first time up. Minot State product, one of 3 Beavers on the active roster. It's him, Carson Tonini, and Matt Sartwell. First pitch, that one misses inside for ball 1. For Tonini, going 6 innings, 11 strikeouts on Thursday night in a Sabre Dogs debut. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up, down the first base line, and out of play, and that will make it 1-1. One pitch is fouled off of the glove of the catcher Pacheco, and that'll make it 1-2. Coming up for the Trappers after Sunday's game, they actually have one more game against the Badlands Big Sticks, and coming into the series, both teams knew that game wasn't going to matter, and the series would come down to this series. That one misses way outside, and they'll leave the count 2-2. Imagine it's pretty difficult for anyone in the league to be motivated for these final games with all 4 playoff spots decided. That one swung on and missed for strike 3. Now we'll bring up Philip Childs.
Philip Childs.
2 steals on the day with 2 walks and a run. Went 3 for 4 yesterday. Sophomore from the University of Texas Arlington. First pitch, that one foul tipped for strike 1. Sabre Dogs, I've been told, are going to lose a few extra players after the regular season ends. Those players are to be determined by head coach Corey Thompson. And we will release those to you as soon as we know who those players are. The 1 pitch. And that one misses low and in for ball 1. Two outs for the Sabre Dogs, nobody on. Philip Childs waits the 1-1 pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 2. Coming out for the Trappers, it will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Gonzalez, Pacheco, and Brewer. Still looking for the first hit of the game as that one misses up and away. And that will be ball 3. Chase Edwards is on deck if necessary. 3-1 pitch. Now a hit towards right field, foul. Now make the count full. Tito's not wasting any time. Back on the mound, already comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Guarded foul down the third base line. Boy, Thompson not flinching there. We'll see how far Braden Henley goes. His longest outing is actually, well, you've just seen it. He has went 4 innings so far. That is longest of the season. 3-2 pitch coming up. This is upstairs, ball 4, and that is his 3rd walk of the day. That brings up Chase Edwards for the 3rd time tonight. He is 0 for 2.
The second baseman, number 19, Chase Edwards.
Chase Edwards from Spokane Falls Community College. As of right now, batting average is at .223. Is that one in there for strike 1? Sabre Dogs this season have had 22 separate batters come to the plate. Have a total of 27 different pitchers. As that one hit towards center field, backing up Ken Scott, he'll have room. Gets under it, makes a catch for the final out. Sabre Dogs strand 1 will head to the top of the 5th coming up in 90 seconds. Sabre Dogs lead 3-0. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
105.3 The Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
Braden Henley returning for his 5th inning of action. As of right now, he has 2 strikeouts, has allowed no walks and no hits. Take on Alex Gonzalez, Johnny Pacheco, and Seth Brewer. However, they have had 3 base runners because of 2 errors and a fielder's choice. Here comes the first pitch to Alex Gonzalez. Swung on, hit towards right field, hooking, fair ball, and there's the first hit of the day. All the way into the corner, rounding first, heading for second is Gonzalez, and he'll have a stand-up lead-off double. Does that qualify as a broadcaster's jinx? I mean, I've mentioned it before. I don't know. So that will bring up Johnny Pacheco, flew out to right field his first time up. And they're working from the furthest point to the left on the rubber. First pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Him and Keaton Calvert both do that. Pretty much everyone else works from the right portion of the rubber. A 1 pitch. That one misses outside. That'll even count 1-1. Back at second. Now double takes, triple takes. Now goes to the plate. Foul down the left field line. A laser into the parking lot. Hopefully that didn't hit a car. Now the 1-2 count coming up. Cody Waters now jugging down to the Sabre Dogs bullpen. That one's hit down the left field line. Foul. Hit well by Pacheco. Waters hasn't pitched in a while. Has the most outings amongst the Sabre Dogs pitching staff at 17 games. One-two pitch. Foul tip. And that one heads back to the all the way to the padding behind home plate, and that will keep it at 1-2. One-two pitch. Misses low and away. Nice stop by Justin Henley, and that will keep the runner at second. Now leave the count 2-2. Waters hasn't pitched since July 30th. He started that game. Hasn't had a relief outing since July 14th. Another nice stop on a low and away pitch, and now make it 3-2. Still no rain here at Corbett Field. Hopefully we can get this game in for the 9 innings without any delays or such. That one hit well towards left field. Backing up is Cruz Taylor, and that one's in the gap, and that will be off the wall, and that will score a run. And rounding second and staying there is Pacheco. He has an RBI double, and now the throw to the second baseman is over his head, and that will advance him over to third. And that will be the third error of the day for the Sabre Dogs.
Next batter, designated hitter, number 6, Seth Brewer.
So that will bring up Seth Brewer. 0 for 1 with the strikeout after that RBI double from Johnny Pacheco. First pitch, foul back, off the net into the Trappers' dugout for strike one. On the stretch, here's the 0 pitch. Fell back at the screen again, and that'll make it 0-2. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Trappers now trail just 3-1 with the tying runner at the plate. This one hit in the air, behind the plate and out of play, and that will be the third consecutive foul ball. Once again, keeping it at 0-2. Pitch, and that one missed outside for ball one. Take a look at the scores around the Expedition League once again. Badlands leads Fremont 4-3 in the top of the 3rd. They're playing Dickinson there. Hastings leads Hub City 7-3 in the top of the 6th at Duncan Field in Hastings, Nebraska. That one a swing and a miss for strike 3. One down now for the Sabre Dogs pitcher, Braden Henley. And also, final score in the league is Wheat City hitting 5 unanswered runs, taking a 6-3 lead in the bottom of the 3rd over the Spearfish Sasquatch, Andrews Field, Brandon, Manitoba. Here is the windup in the first pitch from to Joseph Brazil, as that one misses for ball one. It actually was not from the windup. Doesn't even go from the windup when there's nobody aboard. Why would he do that now? 1-0 pitch. That one slow grounder, foul down the third base line. And that will make it 1-1 as the crowd here thinking that's a double play ball possibility. Phil Childs fielding that in foul territory. And he comes set and delivers. Swing on and fouled off. And that will make it 1-2. Josh Pano playing pretty deep here. Shortstop for the Sabre Dogs. 1-2 pitch, and that will miss outside, and that will even up the count. Down up the middle, and that one into the glove of the diving Jace Edwards, but it squeezes past, and that will score another run. Now 3-2 in favor of the Sabre Dogs. A 2-run top of the 5th for the Trappers.
Next time, the shortstop, number 10, Michael Herrera.
So that'll go down as a base hit. And that will bring up Michael Herrera over 2 on the day, a fly out and a ground out. Leadoff man for the Trappers. First pitch, that one misses for ball 1. Trappers didn't have any hits coming into this inning. They have 3 now, as that one misses low, and that will leave the count 1-1. One pitch in the dirt, and that makes it 2-1. Got a man warming up in the Trappers bullpen at the moment. So the Sabre Dogs have one guy over there warming up, and that one misses as well for ball 3. And that will be Cody Waters for the Sabre Dogs. 3-1 pitch coming up for Braden Henley. That one in there for strike 2 on the outside corner. It's been kind of an inconsistent call so far tonight from the home plate umpire. They give it to the right-hand pitcher from Manual College. Payoff pitch. Swing on, fouled back, and that will keep it at 3-2. Brazil over there at first, got his first hit as a Pierre Trapper. It was an RBI single. Here we go. And that one misses up high for ball 4. Trappers are still alive.
Next batter, the center fielder, number 7, Ken Scott.
So that brings up Ken Scott. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error from Josh Pano's first time up, and he was able to steal second. First pitch. Almost outside for ball 1. Scott 1 for 6 against the Sabre Dogs. That one ripped over the glove of Philip Childs into left field, base hit, and they're going to wave around the tying run. And we are all tied up at 3-3, an RBI single from Ken Scott. What an inning for the Trappers. So Herrera goes to second, and Brazil scores from second. RBI number 19 on the season for Ken Scott, and that will bring up Zane Phelps. Now a mound visit from his brother, Justin. He had a no-no going into this inning and has given up 4 hits since. And speaking of no-nos, using pitchers Aaron Sanchez and Will Harris have a no-no going against the Mariners through 7 innings. Keep an eye on that. Back underway, first pitch to Phelps. That one's hit high in the air towards right field. Coming in is Drew Pollum in foul territory. He will make the catch, and that will keep the runners where they are with a nice throw in from Pollum. So now 2 down for Nico Piazza, who's over 2, reaching via an error and a fly out back in the 4th inning. So runners on first and second in the top of the 5th. Trappers come all the way back and tied this game. First pitch, that one misses for ball 1. And that one misses as well for ball 2. Braden Henley just trying to get out of this inning. of right now trying to keep that tie intact. 2-0 pitch. Swing on, grounded, and into the gap into left field. Another base hit. And the leading run will be dropped. The ball will be dropped by Justin Henley. That would have beat him. It was a nice throw from Wilson Rubion in left field, and that gives the Trappers a 4-3 lead. An RBI double from Nico Piazza. Just been a bad inning for Braden Henley. And Scott advances from first to third. And all of a sudden, we have a brand new ball game here at Corbett Field. That one popped up in left field, and that will be caught by Josh Pano in foul territory, and that will end the inning. But the damage is done. The Trappers take the lead. It's now 4-3. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fifth. It was Sabre Dogs baseball. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader. Peter Theodos back out for another inning of work as he's trying to become the winning pitcher here tonight as the Trappers take a 4-3 lead with a 4-run top of the fifth. That all started with Alex Gonzalez reaching on a double, leadoff man, and then right after that, an RBI double from Johnny Pacheco, and an RBI single from Joseph Brazil in his first hit as a Trapper, and then another RBI single by Ken Scott, and an RBI double from Nico Piazza. So for the Sabre Dogs, we'll try to come from behind here with 3-4-5 batters coming up for the second time today. Taylor is still looking for his first at bat as he had a sac fly in the first inning and a walk in the third. Let's see if they can't take the lead right back right here. Theodos comes set. Here's the first pitch. And that one in there for strike one. Theodos coming into today's game with an ERA of right at 8. 9 innings pitched with 8 earned runs allowed. Making his second start of the season for the Trappers. 0-1 pitch. That one is hit to the second baseman, Moreland. Throw to first is in time as they're really hustling over there and not quite able to beat it out. So that will bring up Sam Powers. Reached on a walk in the third inning. Straightened on second. Sabre Dogs lose this game. They'll look back to the third inning where they had bases loaded and nobody out and didn't get any runs out of it. First pitch, that one way outside for ball one. It was a line out by Wilson Rubion, and then Pano was on first base. The ball was hit to the first baseman. It was a race to first base, and it was won by the first baseman, Alex Gonzalez. Fantastic defensive play. Fell back into the padding, and that will leave the count 1-1.
The View is a new concept of retirement living. We're living at the Sun Living. The View is independently owned and offers resort styles living with home stay.
Powers coming into tonight's game with a batting average of .220. However, having a lot more success in the second half of the season. Batting .286. As that one misses low and in, and that'll make it 2-1. 16 hits in 14 games, in fact, for Powers' second half. 5 runs, 3 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 6 RBI. 2-1 pitch. Way outside once again. That'll be ball 3. From a pitch hit towards right center field on a rope, but right at Nico Piazza and right for out number 2. That will bring up Josh Pano, 1 for 1 of the day with a single and a walk.
Number 14, Josh Pano.
He was caught stealing back in the second inning and was stranded in the third. Coming up on the bottom of the hour, still in the rain here at Corbett Field. First pitch, and that one grounded fair down the third base line and booted by the third baseman Phelps. That'll be hit number 4 of the game for the Sabre Dogs. Rubion coming to the plate now. Double back in the second inning, came across and scored. First pitch, and that one outside for ball 1. Vitos comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There goes Pano. Now one misses inside. No throw down to second, and Pano will have his first steal of the day. Steal number 26 on the season. Top 10 in the league in stolen bases. Two a pitch now from Theodos. Popped up towards left field. This one's hooking at the fence. That one will get out of play into the Forbearance Oasis on the third base side. Now make it 2-1.
Thank you.
2-1 pitch coming up. Josh Pano at second has a pretty significant lead. Nobody holding on. Pano has a pretty big lead. 2-1 pitch. Oh, misses inside for ball 3. Or Thompson, one of those coaches that's not going to say, you know, we already got that playoff spot. Let's go ahead and just take it easy here. Is that one swung on, miss, or strike 2? He's a guy that is put the pedal to the metal and win all day, every day. He's one of those hard-working competitors that hates losing. I have a lot of respect for him for that. 3-2 pitch. Popped up and fouled out of play, and that'll keep it at 3-2. Brock Bauckham and Corey Thompson have been splitting the third base coach reps so far tonight, and Bauckham out there now. Another payoff pitch coming up from Theodos. Popped up in shallow left field. Third baseman Phelps will be called off by Herrera, who will make the catch to end the inning. So we will send it to the top of the 6th. Sabre Dogs trail 4-3. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
iHeartRadio.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sabre River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sabre River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sabre River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. New pitcher for the Sabre Dogs is Cody Waters, and he'll be on the mound for the 18th time this season, which leads the team. Taking a look at his stats on the year, has a current record of 1-2. He has 4 starts, 30 earned runs given up in 45 innings for an ERA of right at 6. He has 43 strikeouts and just 15 walks with 55 hits allowed for a whip of 156 and 8.6 strikeouts per 9 innings. He will face the 6-7-8 hitters Alex Gonzalez, Johnny Pacheco, and Seth Brewer as they led off last inning as the first pitch in there for strike 1. So Braden Henley finishes his day. He goes 5 innings with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 hits and 4 earned runs. All of the walks, hits, and runs came last inning. As that one misses outside for a ball. Now we'll even up the count at 1-1. Gonzalez started the whole mess in the top of the 5th with a leadoff double. Came around to score. First pitch. Down back into the screen as Gonzalez is 1 for 2 on the day. His current series, he's 1 for 6, not including today's at-bats. One and 2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to the first baseman Powers. He'll touch the bag himself for out number 1. Now we'll bring up Johnny Pacheco, who is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI double and a run.
Next batter, the catcher, number 2, Johnny Pacheco.
Wind up and the pitch. Now misses loaned away for ball 1. Big gap in between Edwards and Powers. Childs over there at first. They switched after the first inning for whatever reason. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball that misses inside. Just find that so funny that Childs starts at second base and then they flip him over to third for maybe just cuz. 2-0 pitch. Swing on, grounded to Josh Pano. The shortstop moving to his left. Throw to first is in time. A nice scoop by Powers to pick that one cleanly. That'll be 2 down for Seth Brewer. Brewer 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Sabre Dogs trying to get it quick. 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 6th. First pitch. Now on check swing. That one misses inside for ball 1. And they're going to say that hit, well, no, they're not going to say that hit his arm. And we were pointing to his arm, saying he got hit. And he definitely held up there. And if it actually did hit him, he would have got him to first base. 1-0 pitch. And that one actually does hit him on the back. And he throws his bat over his head. Not very sportsmanlike there by Seth Brewer.
Next one, the left fielder, number 4, Joseph Brazil.
So that'll bring up Joseph Brazil, who is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single as well as a run. Brewer has his lead over there first. First pitch, that one misses outside for ball 1. And yeah, he took the knob of his bat, and he put it in his right hand, and just flung it behind him. It's very dangerous with the man on deck in the area, and even the home plate umpire took cover there. Wasn't sure where that was going to land. 1-0 pitch, that one in there for a strike, evens up the count. One pitch. Swung on, double play ball. It would be if there's only one out. That is 2 outs, and they will turn the double play regardless, as they're just like me. They didn't know how many outs there were on the board. So a 4-6 will end the inning, and that will send us to the bottom of the 6th. Sabre Dogs trail 4-3. We'll be right back. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. New pitcher for the Pierre Trappers is Casey Kasheva. Second time he has pitched in this inning. Has a very interesting spelled name. It is Kostrzewa, but pronounced Kasheva. Right-hand pitcher from Colorado Northwestern, hometown of Loveland, Colorado. One of 2 Trappers from Loveland, him and Alex Gonzalez. And he will take on the bottom of the order for the Sabre Dogs. It's Drew Pollum, Justin Henley, and Dylan Roach coming up for the Sabre Dogs. They trail 4-3. Take a look at Kasheva's stats on the year. Overall, with a record of 0-1, 5.07 ERA, 4th lowest ERA amongst active pitchers for the Trappers. This is his 4th game he has pitched in. He's been 5 1/3 innings with 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 6 hits for a 188 whip. We'll see if the Sabre Dogs can't come back right here, as they have a total of 4 hits on the day. Defense has not been kind to them with 3 defensive errors tonight. Trying to get the series win right here this evening after clinching the second playoff spot last night. Henley on the day is, Pollum on the day is 1 for 2 with an RBI triple and a run as well as a stolen base. So he's responsible for 2 of the 3 runs. First pitch to Pollum. Outside, ball 1. Current series is 4 for 10. One 0 pitch. And that one misses inside for ball 2. Pollum, catcher from the University of Central Arkansas, playing right field this evening. 2-0 pitch. Now one ripped into left field, base hit, and Pollum stays hot. And he will stay at first base, and that will bring up Justin Henley. 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk.
Next batter, the catcher, number 24, Justin Henley.
Henley 2 for 3 in the series, and with tonight's, that will put him at 2 for 4. Pollum has his lead over there first. Pollum with 4 stolen bases on the year. First pitch, and that one misses low for ball 1. Actually, 5 by mistake. And now Matt Sirtwell jogging down to the Sabre Dogs bullpen. Pitched yesterday, didn't do so hot, but see if he can't gain his confidence back sometime here in the future. 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. Might consider having him pitch tomorrow night. Try to get his confidence back before the playoffs. 2-0 pitch. And that one misses inside for ball 3. Nobody out, runner on first here in the bottom of the 6th. Sabre Dogs trying to get their lead back. They trailed 4-3. Started with a 3-0 lead and then gave up 4 runs in the top of the 5th. 3-0 pitch. That is a 4-pitch walk. That is his second of the day. As for Kasheva, not a hot start. Now we'll bring up Dylan Roach for the 3rd time today. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
Dylan Roach.
First pitch. And that one misses low for ball 1. It's only thrown 1 strike in this inning so far, not including the single by Drew Pollock. 1-0 pitch. Now misses upstairs for another ball. Cabrera showing a lot of disappointment in his face right now. I don't know if that's because of Kasheva's performance or the fact they lost 3 in a row or the fact that they have been knocked out of the playoffs. Either way, 2-0 pitch. Now misses for ball 3. Roach could get his second walk of the day right here. 3-0 pitch. And there's ball 4. 8 balls in a row for Kasheva. Now we'll load him up for Philip Childs. Still nobody out. Tying run at 3rd, go-ahead run at 2nd. Now a mound visit from the first baseman Gonzalez and the catcher Pacheco.
Number 19, Philip Childs.
Philip Childs making his 4th plate appearance. He has been walked 3 times. 2 steals and a run so far this evening. First pitch from Kasheva. Now misses low for another ball. That is 9 in a row now for Kasheva. Well, Childs trying to make him pay right here. Here is the 1-0 pitch. And that one's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Kasheva having to leap to get that catch from Pacheco. Gals out even at 1-1. That one just painting the corner on the outside edge. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball, and that'll make it 1-2. Childs shaking his head that he swung at that one. On the Sabre Dogs, I'm letting that bat sit on my shoulder until cobwebs grow. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Childs is retired for the first time today. So now 1 out for Chase Edwards, who is 0 for 3 on the day.
Chase Edwards.
See if he can break that right here. Edwards in the second half, batting .258. First pitch. And that one in there. Off-speed pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Sheva comes set. It's over 3rd, now comes to the plate. Inside, that one misses, and that will even count 1-1. And that one's going to hit Edwards on the arm, and that will that will keep the bases loaded, and that will score a run. So Palm scores, Henley moves on to third, Roach on to second, and Edwards reaches.
Next batter, the center fielder,
Palm scores for a second time today. And that will bring up Cruz Taylor. Bases loaded, still just one out. That one's hit high in the air towards left field, shallow left field. And that will be caught by Brazil. They're going to send the runner home. The throw is way wide, and that will give the Sabre Dogs the lead back. It's now 5-4. RBI sac fly by Cruz Taylor. That is his second of the day. Went to right field his first time up. And that will bring up Sam Powers. Wow, so at about 8 o'clock, the run was about to hit us, and it just kind of dipped down south and missed us. And it looks like we should be good for the night. Knock on wood. The first pitch to Sam Powers on a fastball outside for ball 1. Powers is 0 for 2 with a walk. Runners on first and second here with 2 away. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th for the Sabre Dogs. They reclaim the lead. It's now 5-4. 1-0 pitch. This is outside and low for ball 2. Take a look at the scores around the Expedition League once again. It's now 6-6 between the Fremont Moo and the Badlands Big Sticks in the top of the 5th. Hastings leads Hub City now 8-3 in the top of the 8th, and the Whiskey Jacks now lead the Spearfish Sasquatch 9-3 in the bottom of the 6th. This one hit towards right field. It is hooking, and that will get out of play into the Sabre Dogs dugout. Rather, the bullpen. Gotza runs out of room. I'll make it 2-1. So coming up for the Trappers will be the top of the order to start the top of the 7th. It'll be Michael Rarick, then Kent Scott, then St. Phelps. Two-one pitch, that one misses in the dirt for ball 3. A single, then 2 walks, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and then a sac fly. And that is where we stand here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 3-1. Runner goes over to third, Roach, and that one misses low, and that will runners on all the bags once again. And that will bring up Josh Pano.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 14, Josh Pano.
Pano is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a stolen base. Casey Kisheva comes set and delivers the first pitch. And that one is outside for ball 1. Pano struggled yesterday, making up for it here tonight. 1-0 pitch. And this is outside for ball 2. And a lot of really wild pitches here tonight from the Trappers. To a pitch, and that one in there for a strike. Sheva trying to stay alive here in the at-bat. Two-one pitch. And that one misses up high for ball 3. Roach clapping it up over there at third base. 3-1 pitch. And that is a 5-pitch walk and an RBI for Josh Pano. He reaches for his 4th time today. He reached via walk back in his 2nd inning. So Dylan Roach scores. Edwards on to 3rd, and Powers over to 2nd. And that will bring Wilson Ruby on, the old Sabre Dog not getting at bat here, or excuse me, rather a plate appearance in this inning. That first pitch misses inside for ball 1. So that walk makes it 6-4. And that one's in there for a strike. It makes it 1-1. Ruby on 1 for 3 on the day with a double, a line out, and a fly out. 1-1 pitch. Now misses inside for ball 2. Kind of nice. The Sabre Dogs got that win yesterday. Avoid any sort of drama between these two teams. That one misses up and away for ball 3.
It's the choo-choo train.
Bases loaded still with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Sabre Dogs lead 6-4 with a 3-run bottom of the 6th. And that one misses low for ball 4. And we have another RBI walk, this time for Wilson Rubion. That'll bring up Drew Paul, who started the inning with a base hit, and now Tanner Neal, the head coach for the Trappers, coming out to talk to Casey Kasheva. Might be a quick pep talk. It's his first mound visit. Let's take a look at the score here in the scores around the major leagues once again. Reds and the Braves tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Some of these games starting to get down to the wire. 4-4 between the Red Sox and Yanks in the top of the 7th. Phillies and White Sox in the bottom of the 7th. Phils lead 3-1. Base loaded, 2 outs for the Phils. Mets lead the Pirates 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Orioles leading the Blue Jays 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Also in the bottom of the 8th is the Astros and Mariners. 8-0. Still got that no-hitter intact. 7-2 lead for the Twins over the Royals in the bottom of the 3rd. Indians lead the Angels 7-2, as that Royals Twins game was scheduled to go earlier, but they had a delay. 5 innings in the books between the Rangers and the Tigers. The Tigers leading on the road 4-2. D-backs lead the Nats 6-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Rockies and Giants tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 5th. A's with an early 4-0 lead over the Cardinals in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Dodgers and Padres scoreless in top of the 4th with 3 games in the books. Yankees beat the Red Sox 9-2 earlier in a doubleheader as the first pitch. This is low for ball 1 to Drew Pollan. Braves beat the Marlins 8-6, and the Brewers lost to the Cubs on the road 4-1. Pitch misses outside for ball 2. So the score 7-4. The donut run is over on 3rd. That means everyone here at Hobart Field gets a free donut courtesy of Bearscat Bakehouse. That one's outside. Throw it down to 2nd. There's nobody in the area. He goes into center field, and that's going to do it. Sabre Dogs get 8 runs. Everyone here gets a free donut thanks to an error from Johnny Pacheco. Jace Edwards scores. Runners on 1st and 2nd stay put. Yeah, now 3-0. This could be possible another walk. 3-0 pitch from Kasheva. And that one's in there for a strike on the outside corner. You just got to feel bad for Kasheva at this point. He's given up 4 runs and has given up a whole lot of walks. In fact, 3 of them so far. Actually, 4 of them. Run pitch, runners go. That one fouled off the end of the bat. And now I'll make it 3-2. Comes a payoff pitch to Kasheva. Trappers trying to end the inning right here. Sabre Dogs have scored 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one hit well towards left field. Backing up is the left fielder Brazil, and that's going to be off the wall. 1 run will score, and they're going to wave around the 2nd run, and that will make it 10-4. Sabre Dogs lead. Two RBI double from Drew Pollum. What a day he is having. That is his 3rd RBI of the inning. And of course, as of the game as well. First pitch, swung on and missed, and that hits the foot of the catcher Pacheco. He's going to shake that one off. That was a swing and a miss from Henley for strike 1. Now bases are cleared except for the man who just got that hit, Drew Pollum. By the way, I had that misread there. That was Rubion who had that RBI earlier in the inning. 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner. That one hits to the first baseman Gonzalez, and he will toss it to Kasheva, and he gets out of the inning. So the Sabre Dogs end the inning with a 10-4 lead, a 7-run bottom of the 6th. We will head to the top of the 7th. Final third of the game coming up. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. Cody Waters coming out for another inning of work, as in the previous inning he was able to get out of the inning with a straining runner on first, and that was the Brewer who got on via a hit by pitch. He'll take on the top of the order. As Cody Waters trying to get back in the flow of things after that long break between innings, thanks to a 7-run bottom of the 6th from the Sabre Dogs offense. So the runs were scored by Drew Pollum, Justin Henley, Dylan Roach, Jace Edwards, Sam Powers, Josh Pano, and Wilson Rubion. Sabre Dogs almost got a free donut based on just that inning alone. 7 runs for the Sabre Dogs. And things were not looking good for the Sabre Dogs as they gave up 4 runs in the top of the 5th, and they then trailed 4-3 after 1 run in the first and 2 in the second. And that is history as long as they don't give up another big inning. And last night they did give up a big inning. They led 5-0. They gave up 5 runs. And after that, 2 runs in the 7th and 2 in the 8th gave them a 9-5 victory. That was actually on Thursday night, not last night. First pitch was in the dirt for ball 1 to Herrera. Herrera is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run. As that one hit towards right field, foul. I'll leave the count 1-1. So after all that, Sabre Dogs have still just 6 hits. Trappers have 5. Just a whole lot of walks in that previous inning. There's 4 of them. Just 2 hits, and they were both by Drew Pollum. As that one misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch. And that one in there on the inside corner. That'll make it 2-2. Two-two pitch. Now on a hit right at the shortstop Pano. Gets it on the short hop, throw to first in time for out number 1.
Next time in the center fielder, number 7, Ken Scott.
So that brings up Ken Scott. He is 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single back in the 5th. He also reached via an error back in the 4th. Has a stolen base to boot. Wind up in the first pitch from Cody Waters. That high leg kick. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Waters. Right-hander from Emmanuel College. Owen pitch, slow grounder right back to the mound. Waters gathers, throw to first in time for out number 2. That will bring up Zane Phelps, who was 0 for 3 on the day, 2 flyouts and a ground out. Phelps has been pretty amazing for the Trappers all season long. And 305. Him and Herrera have the 2 most at-bats in the league. Herrera has 226, Phelps has 223. First pitch, that one in there for strike 1. There's the 0-1. Swing on, grounded to Josh Pano. Fields it on 2 hops. Throw to first in time. 1-2-3 inning for Cody Waters. So we'll have the 7th inning stretch. We'll come back as Sabre Dogs lead 10-4. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Sabre Dogs baseball. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station. Mix puts our personality and music focus on adult women, whether it's the moms at home or at work, to those that are business owners, or the women who have declared 50 is the new 30. Let Mix go to work for you, playing a variety of music from the 80s, 90s, and today, and can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices all across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. We are Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station.
So Kasheva is actually going to come back on the mound for the Trappers despite giving up 7 runs. He'll take on Justin Henley, Dylan Roach, my mistake, and Phil Childs. Roach is actually going to lead off the inning. The Childs on deck and Edwards in the hole. First pitch, swung on, popped up, and that one to the shortstop Pereira. He calls off the second baseman Moreland for out number 1. That brings up Phil Childs, who is, despite having 4 plate appearances, he is 0 for 1. He has 3 walks. First pitch, broken bat shatters, and the ball goes to the third baseman, over to first in time for out number 2. That bat just exploded everywhere. fun time finding all the pieces to that one. That will bring up Jace Edwards, who is, as of right now, 0 for 3. Had an RBI hit by pitch back in the 6th inning. First pitch, that one misses outside and low for ball 1. Sabre Dogs and Trappers both have some guys in the bullpen. 1-0 pitch. And that one in there for strike 1. Sabre Dogs lead 10-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Just 6 hits for the Sabre Dogs and 5 for the Trappers. Now on a grounder up the middle and into the diving glove of Michael Herrera, third to first. Beautiful play. And that will end the inning. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Sabre Dogs, and that will bring up the top of the 8th. It will be the heart of the order. Piazza, Moreland, and Gonzalez. We'll be right back once again with Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007. So we still have a team no-hitter for the Houston Astros. They are in the top of the 9th. I think they're getting ready for the end of the game there. Astros lead 8-0 over the Seattle Mariners. As for this game, 10-4 lead for the Sabre Dogs. Cody Waters coming out for his 3rd inning of work. And actually, I tuned in a little bit too soon, or excuse me, too late. They were able to complete the no-hitter. The Houston Astros shut out and completed a no-hitter against the Seattle Mariners. Fantastic stuff as they get 4 different pitchers, including Aaron Sanchez, and the 7th inning pitcher for Houston was Will Harris. Went an inning, of course, gave up no hits. In the 8th inning, they went with Joe Baggini. In the 9th inning, they went with Chris Davinsky to finish up the inning. They gave up 4 walks, 2 by Sanchez, 1 by Harris, 1 by Baggini, and none from Davinsky. Fantastic stuff there, Houston. So Piazza is 1 for 3 on the day. Comes to play with an RBI double, windup and the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 1 as we get the top of the 8th underway.
Also, we'd like to remind everyone that there are 3 more outs away to get alcohol.
1-0 pitch. And that one misses low, and that will be ball 2. Bill Childs started the game at second base and moved over to third after the 1st inning. 2-0 pitch. Pop up towards right field in foul territory. Tim Powers trying to track it down, but it leaves the field of play, and that will be strike 1. So Childs got an error over at third base in the 2nd inning. It was on the first batter, Nico Piazza. But in the 1st inning, he made a spectacular play at second base. 2-1 pitch now. Now misses up and in for ball 3. Waters with a quick 1-2-3 inning last inning with 3 ground outs. 3-1 pitch. that is a 5-pitch walk to Nico Piazza. That's how he misses upstairs. That will bring up Bill Moreland. Hasn't had a plate appearance since the 5th inning. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Next batter for the Trappers is the second baseman, number 15, Bill Moreland.
On first, Piazza gets his lead. First pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Tough pitch inside on the hands. Probably would have broken his bat if he would have made contact with that one. One pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. That one misses low and away. That will even count 1-1. Take a look at the scores around the Expedition League once again. Fremont taking on Badlands in a pretty interesting series there. Still 6-6 in the bottom of the 5th. Sawbusters lead 9-4 against the Hub City Hotshots as that one is in there for a strike. And the Whiskey Jacks lead to Sasquatch 12-4 in the bottom of the 7th. How about the Whiskey Jacks offense coming through here tonight? One-two pitch. That one lifted to right field, and that will be caught by Powers. And the throw back to first is going to be in time. Oh my goodness! Double play by Drew Palm over in right field. Catcher turned outfielder here this evening. What a throw from the outfielder from the University of Central Arkansas.
Next batter, the first baseman, number 3, Alex Gonzalez.
Now we'll bring up Alex Gonzalez with 2 outs after that stunning double play by Drew Palm. First pitch, and that one in there for strike 1 in the outside corner. A 1 pitch. And that one in there for strike 2. 1 out, excuse me, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning here. Wind up in the pitch. Swing on, grounded to Sam Powers, the first baseman. He'll underhand it to Waters. Sprints over there. Definitely didn't need to. And he'll get the final out. The Sabre Dogs lead 10-4. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the Sabre Dogs to get some runs. We'll be right back after these messages.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Once again, the winning raffle ticket for tonight is number...
Casey Kasheva coming out for his 3rd and likely final inning. He'll take on the 3-4-5 batters, Cruz Taylor, Sam Powers, and Josh Pano. Cruz Taylor is just 0 for 1 on the day with 2 sac fly RBIs, as well as a walk and a ground out. Outfielder from the University of North Georgia taking on Kasheva for the 2nd time this evening. Sabre Dogs looking for win number 21 here in the second half. They are 20-12 as of right now. They are a game and a half back of the Badlands Big Sticks, who are 20-9. As for overall, they are 7 games back of the Big Sticks, who are 43-13. Sabre Dogs are 36-26. Trappers were eliminated from playoff contention last night after losing to the Sabre Dogs. The final score 7-0. 17-14 second half record for the Trappers. 31-30 overall. They have lost now 3 games in a row. First pitch from Casey Kasheva from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that one in there for strike 1. Right-hander from Colorado Northwestern. A 1 pitch. Way outside there. Now we'll leave the count 1-1. One pitch hit high in the air, in on the infield. Third baseman Phelps trying to play it, and he will make a catch for out number 1. Taylor goes opposite field there, but unfortunately does not leave the outfield.
Next batter, the first baseman, number 28, Sam Powers.
That brings up Sam Powers. Wind up and the pitch. And that one misses outside for ball 1. One pitch, and that one's in there for a strike on the outside edge. Powers 0 for 2 with 2 walks. That one's hit well towards left field, and that will drop for a base hit. Goes all the way to the wall. Now will be a 1-out double for Sam Powers. That is his 7th double of the season. That will bring up Josh Pano, who is 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI walk and 2 singles, and just a regular walk. First pitch from Kasheva, that one hit in the air, foul out of play for strike 1. So after giving up 7 runs in the 6th inning, it was 3 up, 3 down in the 7th, and here he is runner on second with 1 out. 0-1 pitch. And that one in there for strike 2. .79 degrees our temperature here. Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. That one's going to hit the back of Josh Pano and put him on at first.
Next batter, the left fielder, Wilson Rubion.
That will bring up Wilson Rubion. 1 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI walk as well as a double and 2 runs. First pitch, and that one is in there for strike 1. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 pitch. That one hit towards the left field. It's hooking towards the left fielder, Joseph Brazil. Has caught, throw back to second, and Powers, for some reason, was halfway between second and third, and that'll be a double play. So that will end the inning. Sabre Dogs lead 10-4, just 3 outs remaining between the Sabre Dogs and their 21st win in the second half. We'll be right back to Sabre Dogs baseball. El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text LS Teca as one word to 21777. LS Teca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Successful nation in the history of the Winter Olympic Games.
10-4, Sabre Dogs lead going into the top of the ninth. Unfortunately for Waters, it is not going to be a safe situation. Sabre Dogs have a total of 7 hits compared to the Trappers' 5. Defense has been sloppy for both teams. 3 errors for the Sabre Dogs and 2 for the Trappers. Waters will face the bottom of the order with Johnny Pacheco and Seth Brewer, as well as Joseph Brazil, as Waters has only allowed 1 base runner, actually make that 2 base runners, a hit by pitch in the 6th inning and a walk in the 7th. Actually, yeah, that's right. And then that throw from Drew Pollum, that was actually in the 8th inning, my mistake, to get him out on a double play.
Leading on the inning for the Trappers is catcher number 2, Johnny Pacheco.
Pacheco was 1 for 3 with an RBI double. First pitch, that one misses from ball 1. Gets past Justin Henley's glove. Just 3 outs away from completing this game and taking the series. 1-0 pitch. Swing on, grounded to the shortstop Pano. Scoops it cleanly, throw to first in time for out number 1. That will bring up Seth Brewer, who is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and 2 strikeouts. Now Brock Bockham coming out to discuss something with Cody Waters. Not quite sure what this is about. I don't know if he's well, I'm not quite sure what in the world this is about. He's not struggling by any means. Are they going to pull Waters here? We have Bo McClintock over in the dugout. He has his phone out, and it looks like, yeah, they are going to pull him. Brock Bockham has actually never pulled anyone before. It's always been head coach Corey Thompson doing that. And judging by the way he's getting hugs from everybody, this is probably going to be his last game of the season. And Caden Calver will come into the game, and he will come to hug Cody Waters as well. What a season for Cody Waters. He gets a nice round of applause from the Corbett Field crowd, getting hugs from everybody here on the team. It's just great teamwork from everyone here and great sportsmanship. This really is just a total brotherhood between these teams. They have gotten to know each other so well. Some players who have been injured and are still here, such as Mo McClintock and Chauncey Callier, just love the team so much they don't want to leave. So coming in for the Sabre Dogs is Caden Calber. We'll finish it off here tonight, as he came in a couple nights ago. Take a look at his stats on the year. Has a record of 2-1, has 4 saves through 13 games. He has 17 2/3 innings pitched with 21 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 17 hits. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scores around the league here real quick. Fremont Badlands still tied 6-6 in the bottom of the 5th. The Sodbusters were able to knock off the Hub City Hotshots. Those 2 teams are out of the playoff discussion. As for Wheat City, they have extended their lead to even more. It is 17-4. Whiskey Jacks are beating up on the Spearfish Sasquatch as they're trying to avoid the sweep. Just taking a look at the stats there. Got Cody Kale. He is 1 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBI. All-star from the Whiskey Jacks. As for the Blake Fitzgerald is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Thomas Alexander is 1 for 4 with 3 RBI. And Jace Bailey, 4 for 4 with 5 RBI and 3 runs. And Chase Mueller, he's pitched 8 innings, has given up just 1 earned run, despite giving up 4 total with 5 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. What a game it has been for the Whiskey Jacks. Unfortunately, a little bit too late for the Whiskey Jacks, as they are 10-52 on the season. So Caliber will face Seth Brewer and Joseph Brazil. And hopefully that will be it for the Sabre Dogs. If not, then the top of the order will come back up with Michael Herrera, Ken Scott, and Zane Phelps. Seth Brewer over 2, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch. Caliber comes set, delivers the first pitch. Now on the foul down the first base line, out of play for strike 1. So far in this series, through almost 3 games, just 11 hits for the Trappers. 0 pitch, and that's going to hit the back of Seth Brewer. Second game for the Sabre Dogs against the Trappers that King Caliber's pitched in. And that will bring up Joseph Brazil. 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the 5th inning. It was their 4-run effort that ended up giving them the lead at the time. First pitch, that one misses way outside. Henley unable to get that one, and jogging over to second base, and safely there is Seth Brewer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time I'd also like to give a special birthday wish to Rodney Bender, who's celebrating his birthday with us tonight.
On a pitch coming up from Caliber. After that, misfire. We're in a scoring position with 1 out. One-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike, and that will leave the count at 1-1. One-0 pitch. That one's fouled, and that will make it 1-2. At second is Seth Brewer. Has a sizable lead, but no Sabre Dogs infielders holding him on. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to the second baseman Edwards. So to first will be in time, and that will advance the runner over to third with 2 outs. That will bring up the leadoff man, Michael Herrera, over 3 with a walk and a run. First pitch, swung on, grounded down the first baseline, foul. Sabre Dogs just 1 out away from ending this one right here. A 1 pitch. Caliber from the stretch looks over to third. Gets the pitch he wants and releases. That one in there for strike 2. Now just 1 strike away. 0-2 pitch. That one hit right at the feet of Caliber into center field, and the Trappers still alive here as they get an RBI single from Michael Herrera. It is now 10-5, and that will bring up Ken Scott. So Herrera over at first. Hitting his 230th at bat. Leads all of the Expedition League. First pitch. Outside ball 1. Scott 1 for 4 on the night with an RBI single back in the 5th. First run by the Trappers since the 5th inning and just their 6th hit of the game. 1-0 pitch. That one popped up in the air, slicing foul. It was hooked into right field. Played golf in college. I should know the difference between a slice and a hook. Little Childs over there at third base. Pano at short. Edwards at second. Powers at first. Justin Henley catching. Rubion in left. Taylor in center. And Paulman right. 1-1 pitch. That one outside. Nice catch by Justin Henley. Albert stands at 6'8". Right-handed sidearm pitcher from Spokane Falls Community College. Teammates with Jace Edwards. As well as Chase Grillo. Excellent pitcher for the Sabre Dogs this season. 2-1 pitch. That one grounded down the third baseline. Fair. Throw over to first is going to be high, but does he get down on the bag in time? Yes, he does. And that won the game. Sabre Dogs win 10-5. That will assure the Sabre Dogs win this series. So we'll go ahead and send it to a break. We'll have post-game stats as well as an interview from one of the Sabre Dogs players. We'll be right back after a bit of a song break. Sabre Dogs win 10-5 is our final score. Jared Sleppy, the voice of the Sabre Dogs, back with you here in Minot, North Dakota. So now take a look at some of the final game statistics for the Sabre Dogs. Leading off and playing second base was Phil Childs. He finished the day 0 for 2 with a run and 2 stolen bases. Jace Edwards was 0 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Chris Taylor was 0 for 2 with 2 RBI, both on sac flies. Sam Powers was 1 for 3 with a run and a double. Josh Pano was 2 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Wilson Rubion finishes the day 1 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Drew Pollum finishes 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 3 RBI with a stolen base. Justin Henley goes 0 for 2 with a run, and Dylan Roach 0 for 2 with a run. As for the pitchers, Braden Henley came in for 5 innings, 3 strikeouts with 1 walk, 5 hits, and 4 runs. All the walks, hits, and runs came in 1 inning. Cody Waters came in for 3 1/3 and picked up the win. No strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits, and no runs. And King Calvert came in for 2/3, no strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit, and 1 earned run. So the Sabre Dogs once again started with a run from Philip Childs in the top of the first. That is the 4th time he's done that in the last 5 games, as he was driven in by a sac fly from Cruz Taylor. Then in the second inning, they got 2 more runs with an RBI triple by Drew Pollum, and then he proceeded to steal home. That gave us a 3-0 lead after the bottom of the second. Then in the top of the 5th, 4 runs for the Pierre Trappers, and that would give them a 4-3 lead. And then 7 runs for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 6th. It was a huge inning, leading off with a single from Drew Pollum, then back-to-back walks to Henley and Roach, a strikeout by Philip Childs, then an RBI hit by pitch by Jace Edwards. This was preceded by a sac fly by Cruz Taylor, then back-to-back-to-back walks to Powers, Pano, and Rubion. And then after that, it would be a 2 RBI double by Drew Pollum to end the inning and end the Sabre Dogs scoring. As for the Trappers, they got 1 more run in the top of the 9th. It was a hit by pitch to Seth Brewer, and then an RBI single by Michael Herrera. So we'll be back after a quick break. We'll actually have 2 interviews coming up. We'll have Drew Pollum and Cody Waters. Waters coming up first. We'll be right back after these messages.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Sabre Dogs win, final score 10-5. I'm here with Cody Waters. Last game pitching. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm a little sore, honestly.
Absolutely, you certainly did. 3 1/3 with just 1 walk and no earned runs. Fantastic season he had with the Sabre Dogs. What was it like, the camaraderie of this team overall?
Oh man, these guys are going to be some of my best friends forever. It's just we have just this great group of guys. It's hard to explain because we're all so close, and we just have a great time playing baseball and hanging out and doing all the stuff that college kids do.
Absolutely. And so for you guys with the camaraderie, I'm kind of curious, is it more of just like the pitchers over here and the position players over here, or is it you guys all are just really close together?
I feel like we're all really close together. There's not like a group of pitchers and a group of position players, and we're all picking each other up after, say, my man Drew has a great night tonight, gets a double, comes in the dugout, everybody's dapping him up, pitchers and hitters alike, so we all are on the same team here.
Absolutely. We were really thankful to have you here. Fantastic season. You're a great guy. I know you pretty well. Had a couple of hotel nights together. It was a lot of fun. So, well, overall, the Sabre Dogs are going to go to the playoffs. Unfortunately, you won't be there. So what's something you would tell the guys going into the playoffs? Just like a little message for them.
I would take this series and take it with me because we played really great baseball here at home at Corbett Field, and I hope they keep playing the same way and just play hard, basically. Don't never give up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Cody. You've been awesome.
Yes, sir.
It's great stuff tonight as well. Sabre Dogs win. Final score 10-5. We'll take another break. We'll have Drew Pollen coming up next.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Here now with Drew Pollen. Fantastic night, 3 for 4 with 3 runs, 2 RBI. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good right now. I was seeing the ball well and just letting things happen, I guess.
Absolutely. Certainly looked really comfortable out there this evening in right field. How was that, the juxtaposition from playing catcher?
It was pretty nice. I mean, yeah, it gave me a chance to get the legs off. You know, went out there in right field. Just I played a lot there in high school, so it's kind of just memories coming back and having a little fun out there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely showed off when he had that rifle to first base back in the 8th inning. What was it like just getting that gun out at first base?
Oh, yeah, that was so much fun. Honestly, probably my favorite play in baseball, throwing guys out.
Yeah.
Either whether it's behind the plate or in the outfield. So he got it off a little too far, made a catch in the gap, and I just planted my right foot and just gave it all I had.
What's the level of difficulty of getting a runner out in second compared to getting a guy out trying to pick him off?
Honestly, I don't know. They're both very different. I'd say catching is a little easier just because you do it more. You know, you get throwdowns between games, and then in the outfield, it's like do or die, one chance, you know, here it goes, whatever you got, you know.
Absolutely. The catcher from the University of Central Arkansas. So, see, the collegiate season's coming up here in just a little bit. What are you trying to do to kind of try to transition to get ready back for that? Or are you just trying to just coming out here and just having fun still?
I'm still trying to have a lot of fun, but you try to get better at day in and day out. We got fall ball coming up, so I'm trying to really dial in my swing. That way, as soon as I get back to school, I can get right into it, you know.
Fantastic stuff. So you guys are heading to the playoffs. You guys got a first round on Monday against the Big Sticks. How important is this for you guys to come out and get a win?
Oh, for sure. It's very important. We're just going to try to keep the win streak going and see how hot we can get going into the playoffs, you know. We want to be firing on all cylinders by the time we get down there in Dickinson.
It's now 5 games in a row for the Sabre Dogs. Try to get that 6th. Thanks for your time, Drew.
Yes,
really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Fantastic
Anytime.
night. Absolutely. We'll go ahead and come back for one last time after a quick break. Back here for one last time here at Corbett Field. Sabre Dogs win 10-5. Has been overall just a fantastic night for baseball here at Corbett Field. It has been all Sabre Dogs. Well, they gave up that big inning in the 5th, but other than that, I mean, it's been overall a dominant performance in the series as a whole, as they have allowed just a total of 10 hits against the Pierre Trappers, actually 11 hits all season long. So, with that being said, we will go ahead and send it off and get ready for tomorrow night's last game of the regular season. It'll be at 5:35. We hope you join us once again here on 1390 KRRZ or the YouTube channel of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs or the ExpeditionLeague.tv broadcast. So, from Minot, North Dakota, at Corbett Field, this is Jared Sleppy, the voice of Sabre Dogs, signing off. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great rest of your night.